Hello, Thrive Nation, and good day to you. We interrupt today's regularly scheduled podcast to inform you about an urgent situation which is sweeping the Thrive Nation. And now we go to our eye in the sky. Who is afraid of heights and who also happens to be the host of this show, Clay Tiberius Clark.
I'm afraid of heights, and I'm not really sure how being up high in a helicopter helps to effectively communicate this message. But I will do what has to be done to share this message. Conference tickets are quickly disappearing. We have 74 tickets left for our December Thrive Time Show conference.
Clay, actually it's 73. Back to you.
In my face. And this event will feature my good friend Michael Levine, who has been the PR consultant of choice for Michael Jackson, Nike, Prince, Charlton Heston. He's a big deal.
Clay, it sounds like you're yelling.
I'm in a helicopter.
Is it possible for you to use an inside voice while in a helicopter?
No, but this just did. Matt Klein, our franchise brand developer friend from OxyFresh, is going to visit us at the December conference to share with you the keys for running a systematic, successful business. He's going to teach you how OxyFresh has been able to open 400 franchise locations.
Will he be able to teach you to stop yelling?
I'm in a helicopter, but my good friend Jill Donovan, my wonderful friend and client who's grown her business Rustic Cuff to now employ over 125 wonderful people, is going to join us to teach you how to use the Dream 100 system to reach celebrities and your ideal and likely buyers. All of this and more. Get me out of this helicopter. It's freaking me out up here.
All right, finally back in my native state there. Going up in a helicopter for the Thrive Nation. A little bit crazy. But Thrive Nation, here's the deal. Our conference in December is going to be a game-changing event for somebody out there. I want to brag on our clients real quick. Living Water Irrigation, setting sales records. Unbelievable success. Check them out, Living Water Irrigation. Okay, also featured in Good Morning America with Michael Strahan. Big shout out to the good folks at Living Water Irrigation. Kolaw Fitness. Check out kolawfitness.com. Having rapid expansion, doubling the size of their company here in 2020. Great job, Kolaw Fitness. ShawHomes.com. ShawHomes.com has grown the company from around $40 million of sales just 3 years ago to now they're approaching $80 million of sales. Check them out, ShawHomes.com. And I could go on with ample examples that my mind almost could not handle, but I feel like you should not take my word for it. So I want you to look up the Thrive Time Show conferences right now. Look it up. I want to look it up, but that would require me using my body, and I have carpal tunnel. Right now, we have 582 objective Google reviews from great people like you. We have 1,052 iTunes reviews from great people like you, and 1,012 YouTube video reviews from great people like you. And it seems to be harder to fake video reviews. I mean, Princess Leia didn't even seem real in the new Star Wars. You owe it to yourself to attend the Thrive Time Show in-person workshop at least once. Our December conference is hot. It's a game-changing event, and you can book your tickets right now by going to thrivetimeshow.com. That's thrivetimeshow.com. And if you click on the conferences button right there, you can book your tickets to the December 13th and 14th conference. Now, be careful because at this conference, you will be seated by people that I have coached into multi-million-dollar success. This event is not for the pretenders, it is for the doers. This is a conference for real entrepreneurs so you can learn everything you need to know to grow a successful business. So, we're going to teach you the systems that Dr. Robert Zellner and I have used to build 15 multi-million-dollar companies. We're going to teach you how to nail and scale it. And then we're going to teach you management. We're going to teach you how to online market like a boss. We're going to teach you online marketing mastery, how to dominate the search engine equation, how to get to the top of the search engine results. We're going to teach you how to generate more leads and sales. It's going to be a game-changing event, but don't take my word for it. Listen to what these people have to say about their experience attending a recent Thrive Time Show in-person 2-day workshop.
Hello, my name is Michael Levine, and I have given thousands of speeches. In fact, I'm the only man who has ever given speeches at Harvard and Oxford who did not graduate college. So I've been doing this a very long time in a lot of very interesting places. Now, I just came back from Tulsa, Oklahoma, where I gave a speech for the Thrive Time Show Conference. And I must tell you, it was an exceptional event, filled with exceptional people, and it restored some of my faith in my dwindling sense of humanity. I'm discouraged by some of what I see in contemporary life, but Thrive Time was exceptional. And I hope to go back again, but more importantly, if you're thinking about attending a conference that in 2 days can really, really bring extraordinary value to your life, not only professional life, your personal life as well, then I really endorse the Thrive Time Show Conference. Clay Clark and his group are exceptional people. They are deeply, deeply devoted to people making significant progress in not only their professional lives, but their personal lives as well. So my name is Michael Levine, totally unsolicited. I'm not paid to say this. I can say whatever I want. And by the way, I have enough money that I really can say whatever I want. So anyway, I hope it's of some value and some interest, and I hope you'll check out the Thrive Time Show Conference.
Folks, that was Michael Levine, the Michael Jordan of public relations and branding. The New York Times best-selling author will be in the house in December. But let's hear what a thriver from Colorado has to say about attending the workshops.
So my name is Rick Rost. I'm from Colorado Springs, Colorado. I'm an electrical contractor, and I just wanted to learn how to get my business to the next level. Oh, the atmosphere is fun. It's great, and just a lot of intelligent information here that I just absorbed with eyes wide open. The more they talked, the more I learned. I think the presentation, I would describe the presentation as just very eye-opening, very refreshing. I never got bored once. It was a constant flow of information, and it was great. I've actually learned, the most valuable thing I've learned here is time management. That's the big one. My favorite aspect of the workshop was just being able to learn. The more they spoke, the more, the wider my eyes got, and it really enlightened me on everything. So I'm not sure if I have a favorite, except that it was the whole thing. If you don't attend this, you're going to be missing out on a wealth of information that could change your life forever. Just through your business, your family, just the way you think about everything.
All right, we've had the great Michael Levine chime in and share his thoughts about the workshop. We've had a thriver from Colorado share his thoughts. But let's hear what a thriver from California has to say about the workshops.
I am Carlos Plowd, and I am from Anaheim, California. I own TCP Commercial Contractors. I was just looking to learn better systems and better ways to structure my company to support growth. It was very exciting, very energetic, motivating, and inspiring. A lot of good people, a lot of good place to network. Clay's very funny, a lot of jokes, constantly laughing, but making good points and setting examples. One of the most valuable things is just not beating around the bush about getting rid of people that need to get out of the company, people that's costing you money. A lot of people are out for their selfish ambitions, and you don't want those type of people ruining your dream. My favorite aspect of the workshop is that the notes and the book and everything set up to where if you do miss something, there's always a backup way to get to it. Well, they are missing out on all the stuff that they think they know, but they don't know, and just having the atmosphere and the circle of people around you that's going to influence you, help you, and teach you the systems that you're going to need to know to get yourself to the next level.
Yes, but maybe we need to hear another testimonial from someone who's attended the workshop from the great state of California, and specifically from San Francisco.
Nicole Shi. I'm from California. I heard about the conference on the website. I own a healthcare business that helps seniors find assisted living and boarding care. The name is Nesby. We are your Nest Savvy experts. This is amazing. People are very engaged, and just like we talk about everything, different aspects of the business. It's just very exciting. Oh, I think he's extremely entertaining, and that he just has ways to get you to pay attention to him. And I think not just that, and everything he says makes so much sense. I think I learned so much. Not only this conference like motivates me and also give me a lot of knowledge and tools, and I actually have a lot of actionable items that I want to implement right away. So that's the biggest takeaway. I think people miss out a lot if they're not here.
Listen, I encourage everybody out there to be skeptical and to do your research. Check out colawfitness.com. That's colawfitness.com. Check out shawhomes.com. Check out fullpackage.com and see how the coaching program has impacted their lives. So if you have ever found yourself struggling to increase your sales, increasing the number of leads, or increasing your knowledge of how to market online, increasing your ability to manage your team, increasing your ability to lead your team, increasing your ability to recruit a team, or to just dominate your accounting so you can lead with your numbers, you should definitely book your tickets right now by going to thrivetimeshow.com and clicking on the conferences button. Think about this for a second. I want you to think about this for a second. In America today, just 9 out of 100 people will start a business, according to Forbes. Again, according to Forbes, just 9 out of 100 people will start a business. Now, of the people that do actually go out and start a business, according to Forbes, 9 out of 10 businesses will fail. 9 out of 10 businesses will fail. So you have to ask yourself, why have my partner and I been able to be successful with real companies over and over, year after year? Let's start with DJConnection.com. Why was that built into a multi-million-dollar company? Why? Was it because of luck or systems and diligence? Okay, let's start with DrZellner.com. Look it up, DrZellner.com. Why did my partner become the top optometrist in Oklahoma in terms of gross revenue? Okay, let's go to Elephant in the Room, alphabetically speaking, EITRLounge.com. Why is the Elephant in the Room the top men's grooming lounge based on gross revenue in our city? Is it based upon luck? Genetics? Is it because I took my ACT 3 times or I took algebra 3 times? No, it's because I know the proven systems and processes that you need to know to grow. Why did my partner buy a bank? Why did he team up with a guy to buy a bank? There's just not a whole lot of people out there who host in-person workshops that own a bank. Look it up, bankregent.com, bankregent.com. But don't take my word for it. Hear what these people have to say.
My name is JT McCormick, and I am from Austin, Texas. So when I came, what I was looking to learn from the conference itself is hearing the strategies that they're offering incoming entrepreneurs who are new on their journey, and some of the basics that people can learn and grow their companies from. So we're in publishing, and some of the things that I've even picked up here, I've got a notepad of notes that I've taken away, just the basics that you can learn from. So the atmosphere in the team is next level. So if you are looking to go to the library, don't come here. If you're looking for an energetic conference where you can actually meet all of the attendees and have a conversation, this is definitely the place for you. So Clay's delivery and presentation style, off the charts, next level, energetic, keeps you engaged, and you will stay 100% focused the whole conference. favorite aspect of the workshop, and this is going to sound interesting, but if you've ever gone to some of the workshops, conferences, they'll go for an hour and a half and then you'll have a break. The good part about this conference is you'll go 30 minutes, take a break, 45 minutes, take a break. It allows you, again, to speak with the conference attendees, but it also keeps your energy up because you're not sitting there for over an hour at a time. If you do not come to the conference, what you would be missing out on is an opportunity to truly learn a lot of the foundational basics to grow your company. Those things that people assume are common sense, those are the basics and the foundational pieces that you'll learn that will help you grow your company.
All right, so we know what a thriver from Austin, Texas has to say about the Thrive Time Show program, but what does a thriver from Dallas, Texas have to say?
My name is Ray Salinas, and I'm from Dallas, Texas. One of my business partners said that this is something that we should look into and check out. We own a workout supplement business, and honestly, I think one of the best ways to become successful is to constantly be a student and learn. So we just came to check it out and see what we can learn. It's been very refreshing. It's raw. One of the things I've appreciated most about the conference is he just gives it to you straight, doesn't hold anything back, and I guess that's very rare these days. I think, we made a mistake last year of pouring a lot of money into social media advertising, and you're spending a lot of money on eyeballs that may or may not be relevant. I think focusing attention more to the reviews on Amazon and Google is, it seems like common sense now, but it's genius. So it's going to cause us to repurpose our entire marketing strategy in 2019. Favorite aspect, the humor. Everything around here is hilarious, from the decor, the stuff on the walls, the quotes. It's just a very cool vibe. So it doesn't even feel like you're going to school. It just makes you feel like you're hanging out with people, making each other sharper. They're just allowing the ones who do to get further and further ahead. So we appreciate you guys giving us a head start. For exactly that reason, if you're not attending Thrive workshops, the ones who do are going to continue to get further ahead. And if you don't want to get left behind, you should be here.
But what about thrivers in Kentucky?
My name is Amber Fair, and I am from Louisville, Kentucky. I own an eyelash extension salon. I originally heard from the podcast, and then I became a client, and I do coaching, weekly coaching. Actually, you learn so much information that as a business owner, you kind of have to go home and take it all in, because you'll learn how to hire, you'll learn how to do SEO, you'll learn how to brand, you'll learn how to manage clients, just everything. So it's a lot of info. Clay is straightforward, no BS, and just brilliant, really smart. The headquarters and the team are amazing. They are all very nice, very helpful. They'll help you find restaurants. If you're not from here, as could be, they'll help you with any information you want to learn or know. Put you in touch with people. Even the people attending the place, the conference is they're all very nice and willing to help each other out. Basically, the amount of knowledge you get, it's very straightforward. If you want to know how to run a business or own a business, this is the conference to go to, because you're not going to have to be sold anything besides, you're not being sold anything, actually. You just come. Basically, if you have a business, it's going to fail, and knowledge is power.
At our 2-day workshops, we have a format where we will teach you the systems and processes you need to know for about 30 to 45 minutes. And then we break for 15 minutes to answer all of the questions that you have about lead generation, how to hire and fire effectively, the proven moves for recruiting high-quality people, social media marketing on steroids, the secrets of search engine optimization, how to achieve both time and financial freedom, team management mastery, financial planning for your life and business, how to create a duplicatable and scalable linear workflow, how to franchise your company, how to raise capital effectively, personal accounting 101, financial planning, the millionaire's mindset to time management, how to create a world-class customer service experience, and much, much more. But do not take our word for it. Let's hear what a Thriver has to say from Amarillo, Texas.
My name is Janet Ramos, and I am from Amarillo, Texas. So I heard about the conference through Clay's podcast, and I learned about Clay through our church. He came to speak at our church. The atmosphere here at the conference is very high energy. I mean, they're playing music. You walk in at 6:45 in the morning. You're still kind of dragging, and there's a band playing, and it's just really loud. People are talking, they're applauding, they're welcoming you. So it's very high energy here. I really enjoyed Clay's presentation style. I know business meetings can be very long, drawn out, and boring, but his energy is really high. He keeps you intrigued. He keeps you engaged. He's very busy with the audience, and so it's just been interesting from beginning to end. There's not one dull moment.
Okay, we know it works for the women in Amarillo, but does it work for the men in Alabama? I mean, what if you're listening today and you're in Alabama or Mississippi or someplace down south? Will the conference work for you? Will the workshop help you? Will you learn? Will you find it to be a good use of your time?
Hey, I'm Brian Armstrong. I'm from Baldwin County, Alabama. I own a construction company, Brian T. Armstrong Construction Incorporated. It's a very high-paced atmosphere, a lot of excitement, builds you up, gives you confidence to help you implement your systems that you need to implement to make your company to the next level. Clay Clark has been running the seminar, and it's been really high-paced, a lot of information. You can get about as much as you can stand in 2 days, and just trying to pick out a few of these items and implement them in the company is going to, make a big difference. My favorite aspect of the workshop is the HR department. It's getting, qualified employees, to help you in your company and to take some of the stress and workload off of you as the company owner or manager. If you don't come to the seminar, you're missing out on an opportunity to double your profits, take a lot of the stress off, get some good employees, learn how to hire a lot of good employees, and all of this will benefit your company tremendously.
But what if you're listening today from Louisiana? Can we really help companies in Louisiana?
So my name is John Kelly. I'm from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. So I'm a general contractor. We do commercial residential work. And I'm just looking to refine my business and learn some of the steps to do that. So Clay's office and the team is awesome. They really know their stuff. They have great culture. Awesome place. Clay's presentation style is super cool. He makes it a lot of fun, but at the same time, you can tell he really knows his stuff. He really does his homework. I think the biggest takeaway that I have from the conference is just it's really important to be disciplined in a lot of areas. You got to be disciplined with your time. You got to be disciplined in the way you manage, and that's super important. So I think for people not attending the conference, they're really missing a great opportunity to learn a whole lot about business, and they're missing the experience of learning in a fun way. Everyone needs to attend the conference because you get an opportunity to see that it's real. You talk to the coaches and you talk to the leadership, from week to week, but you actually get to see companies that have been through it, and just it makes the whole experience real.
Yes, I know we can help Thrivers from Louisiana, but can we help Thrivers from San Antonio, Texas?
My name is Gabriel Garcia, and I am from San Antonio, Texas. I own a construction business of remodeling, some new home construction. Oh, the atmosphere is fun and lively here. Very direct, honest, and off the cuff. One thing that I've learned is the importance of the Google reviews, or on any platform really, mainly Google. You would be missing out on learning how to run your business and making it profitable.
Now, I feel as though we could play this game all day. I could sit there and name a state or name a country and share with you a testimonial from a real Thriver out there just like you. But if you're on the fence, it is time to get off the fence. We have 73 tickets available left for our December in-person Thrive Time Show workshop. So let me share with you 2 ways that you can buy your tickets. Way number one, you can go to thrivetimeshow.com. You can go to thrivetimeshow.com and you can click on the conferences button. And when you click on the conferences button, you can buy your tickets there for $250. All right? You can buy it for $250 and there's a money back guarantee. Or you can leave us a review on iTunes. You can subscribe to the podcast and leave us a review on iTunes. Or you can leave us a review on the Google map for the Thrive Time Show. Either way, subscribe to the podcast on iTunes and leave us an objective review, or leave us an objective review on our Google map, and then send us a screenshot, send us proof that you actually did it to info@thrivetimeshow.com. Take a picture of it on your phone or screenshot it on your computer and email it to info@thrivetimeshow.com, and then you can attend our in-person Thrive Time Show workshop for as little as $37. This event will change your life. I guarantee you will leave with all the answers to your business questions, and if not, you receive 100% money back guarantee. Book your tickets today. My name's Clay Clark, and I'm honored to serve you, and I thought I would end today's show with just another testimonial from another Thriver out there just like you, but this Thriver was a guy who was in the startup phase. He was just getting going and just getting growing with his business. And I thought if you would listen to this testimonial from Thomas Crossan with Full Package Media, you would be 100% aware of the size and the scope of what we can do to help your business grow. So now without any further ado, here's my final testimonial from Thomas Crossan. His company's called Full Package Media. That's fullpackagemedia.com. He's a real estate photographer based in the Dallas, Texas area. And we've worked with Thomas since he very first started his company, fullpackagemedia.com. And now his business, 3.5 years into it, is doing very, very well. And you can verify his results by going to fullpackagemedia.com. Book your tickets today at thrivetimeshow.com. Book your tickets today. Don't just be a hearer of these words, but be a doer of these words. Rearrange your schedule. Find a way to get here on December 13th and 14th to attend the world's highest rated and most reviewed in-person business workshop.
Hey, how's it going? I'm Thomas Crossan, owner and founder of Full Package Media in Dallas, Texas. I've been a coaching client with Clay Clark since the beginning of our business. We started about a year ago, August of last year. I had no clients, no idea what we were doing, no clue really what was going on. And now we've grown to where we've got 6 photographers, we've got office space here. I have an admin, sales person that works for us full time, developing an online system. And a lot of that growth we attribute to Clay helping us. And there's so many things that, his stuff is not, revolutionary. It's not this crazy walk on hot coals and all this stuff. It's just real stuff. And like group interviews, we were totally against group interviews. We were like, no, we're different and we're special, and we need to, do one-on-one interviews so we can find good quality candidates and not just kind of do this group interview thing. And we tried that and we failed miserably. We did group interviews. Now we do them every 2 weeks. And it's awesome. It works good. We always have kind of an influx of new people that we can train, get going. He's helped us a lot with our website, graphic design, SEO. SEO is another thing that I thought before I started this business and before Clay that it was kind of a joke, or something that only your Apples of the world and Amazon could get to the top of Google. But Clay said, no, just do these things. Follow these steps and you'll get there. And I think now we look today and we're number 2 for Dallas real estate photography. If you don't believe me, you can look. So we're getting to the top of there. That's really cool. It's really awesome to get leads that people will call you and say, hey, I found you on Google. We want to hear about your services. So that's really great. I'd say there's nobody out there that's not a good coaching client for Clay. Anyone, regardless of the business, it's not about what the business is, what the specialty is. It's about following the steps, doing what he says. It's a good thing. An hour a week, it gets you on track and keeps you kind of in line of what you're doing and what you shouldn't be doing. And it's good to kind of give you some flow and future goals of your business. And I remember our first meeting, we set our goals, and our goal was to do 16 shoots a week. And at the time, me and my business partner / girlfriend Gretchen were like, "Oh, we're never gonna do 16 a week. That's just like crazy." And today we're doing 9, and we did about 54 last week. So he's helped us grow. We put in a lot of hours, a lot of hard work as well. But if you follow his steps and do what he says, there's a lot of principles that he's kind of taught and instilled in us that help us. So Clay Clark is the way to go. I wouldn't venture out to find someone else. They'd be more expensive and a lot more fluff and no real actionable work and things to get your business growing. So that's the way to go. Thanks.
I don't know if I can explain this with the right tone or sincerity needed to clarify this idea, but if you had the cure for cancer, wouldn't you want to give it to a cancer patient? I mean, if you had the cure for cancer, wouldn't you want to give it to a cancer patient? If you had the cure for AIDS, wouldn't you want to give it to an AIDS patient, someone dying and suffering with AIDS? Well, we live in a world where only 9 out of 100 people ever actually start a company. That's 9 out of 100 people ever start a company, according to Forbes. And of those 9 out of 100 people that do start a business, unfortunately, only 1 out of 10 of small businesses do not fail. That means that the vast majority of people on the planet, and that includes you, the vast majority of the people on the planet, and that does include you, who want to start a company, will not succeed unless they know the proven path. My friend, think about those statistics for a second. That means that less than 1% of people listening to this show, or people who are listening to any show, people who are on the planet who want to start a successful company will do so. So if my partner and I have been blessed enough, if Dr. Robert Zellner and I have been blessed enough to build 15 multi-million-dollar companies, and if we know the specific path that we need to take, that you need to take to grow a successful company, I feel as though it is incumbent upon me to encourage you to book your tickets right now, today, to attend our December in-person Thrive Time Show workshop, which is why I am queuing up the audio now from Aaron Antis, the marketing director for ShawHomes.com. That's Aaron Antis with ShawHomes.com, so that you can hear specifically from Aaron Antis himself how we've been able to help him become Oklahoma's largest home building company.
Our sales have gone up $8.2 million so far through the end of third quarter, which is a 20.3% increase from last year. So, pretty hot.
If you're doing math.
Yeah.
Now, I wanted to have you talk about the 3 things, and you don't have to look at him, or you can just talk to the team.
Yeah.
The 3 things you're doing, there's a lot of things you're doing well, but there's 3 things I think that I want to hammer home on. Okay. One is you get Google reviews and you add content. So 1 is reviews and content. 2 is the group interview. And 3 is scripting and firing the idiots that won't follow the scripts. So let's go with Google reviews and content. How do you do it? How have you got your team to do it? Just the people in here can then take this knowledge and share with their clients.
So a year ago, I had a 16-member sales team. Today, I have 2 of those people still remaining on my team. So I meet with them every single week and make sure that they're doing Google reviews, and we have 16 different locations on Google My Business, so we have a lot of locations to get reviews for. In the last 30 days, we have, between all of those locations, just under 200 Google reviews, and but I force them to do a certain number every single week. And so they saw the people who were there have heard from the people, or the people who are there heard from the people who used to be there, that when we started getting more Google reviews, we started having more people come in the doors. And actually our traffic in our models is way up. And if you look behind the scenes on Insights, you can see where people are clicking on driving directions and showing up at our models because of Google reviews.
Ready to buy.
And they're ready to buy, yeah. They're convinced before they get there. When we hit 100, it seemed like it was a tipping point on our main page that at 100, the customers were convinced before they came in that they wanted a home from us, which I never saw before.
And we don't change the ads. Pretty much the ads are the same.
Haven't changed them in a long time, yeah.
And the ads work because of the reviews.
Yep.
You guys are writing content. You write
Yep.
content. We've been writing
Yeah,
content.
same thing every week. I make sure that they do podcasts, and I gave you, I don't even know how many this last week, but lots of them. So
Every week.
Every week.
But the reason why the relationship I have with Aaron is really solid as far as a coaching relationship goes is that he does not bring in his employees and ask for their feedback about the things I'm telling him.
No.
He does not ask them, hey, what do you guys think? And so I can say to him in a meeting, hey, fire those people. And then one of the people that he fired goes to Dr. Breck's Chiropractic Center. So he's getting an adjustment. He's like, you work with Clay, don't you? He goes, yes. He's like, I hate that guy. He got me fired. And so Breck says something to the effect of, okay, well, you want me to adjust your back? And he continues to share how he doesn't like that he got fired. But at the end of the day, the reason why whoever it was, I don't even know the person's name, they got fired is they just would not write reviews and wouldn't write content. So
Yeah.
it's really important with your clients that they shouldn't bring their employees to those meetings if at all possible, because that's a problem.
Yeah, and the other thing was at first I started by just doing the group interview when I needed somebody, and then it seemed like the more and more I held people accountable, the more and more I needed somebody all the time. So, you know,
that crucible where I think we worked together about a year and a half, and I remember we had a conversation, and if I'm saying it wrong, correct me, but it was something to the effect of, is having this much turnover good? It was something like that.
Yeah,
Because
in fact, I think I said it in that tone of voice.
Because leadership is sometimes tell you that if you have high turnover, you're a bad boss.
Right.
And I would tell you that if you have low turnover, you're a bad boss.
So a really cool meeting that happened is one of the people that I most recently fired, who was demanded a meeting with Glenn Shaw to complain about the Thrive method of doing things, and that we had turned over 31 people in 2 years. He had counted, and he had gone and gotten transcripts from all of them to share with Mr. Shaw about how horrible the Thrive way doesn't work. And so as he sat down to start explaining this, he's like, well, let me just explain that system doesn't work and there's been so much turnover. And Glenn goes, let me just stop you right there. The last 3 years have all been record-setting years for us, both in volume and profitability. So that argument isn't going to fly right here. So did you have something else you wanted to talk about? So that was the entirety of our conversation.
But I just wanted you guys to give examples, because he and I are both Patriots fans, and they got a guy, Ben Watson, I believe his name was, who was drafted on the Patriots. He played on the Patriots for, I think, 3 seasons or 2 seasons, and then they let him go play somewhere else. And he's been in the NFL for, I think, 15 years, and they convinced he and his wife and their 7 kids to move back to New England and to unretire to play this year's tight end.
Yeah.
And then they just cut him the other day because he wasn't a good fit. So the point is, it's like if you look at the roster of the Patriots or any team that wins at anything, you're very loyal to people who perform, but people who can't get it done, you're not mad at them. It's just like, I realize that you and your wife and your 7 kids have moved here and you came out of retirement. All these things are great, but we're cutting you.
Yep.
Because you're not performing within the system.
Mm-hmm.
And the whole goal of a business is to grow the business. The goal of the business is not to create a fun camp environment for the employees to hang out.
This
Does that
is
make
so
sense?
true. Yeah.
So it's very different though than, but if you hadn't cut those people, we couldn't do it. Now you have a great team.
Yeah.
I think a lot of them have been there now 6 months or a year. We're starting to get it. And then those people should stick around for years.
Yeah, and like 50 people a week keep coming, looking, and everybody wants to work at our company, and it's pretty awesome.
So let's recap though. Group interviews every week.
Yep.
How many candidates do you have every week that are showing up at this point?
I mean, we get like 50-ish
I think we had
per week.
71 RSVPs.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we had 70 something, but like 50 show up,
Yep.
and then that's out of like 120 to 130 that apply every week.
And at last week's batch, we probably had 8 people, maybe 9 people
Mm-hmm.
that I think would be a great fit for Shaw.
Yep.
But it's because they want it, not because they have experience selling houses.
Yep.
So it's about 8 or 9 from last week. And then content, you're getting that every week. Reviews, you're getting every week. You're not changing your ads every week.
I'm going to throw one more thing in here that you didn't ask about, but that was really relevant for me. And that is, I feel like what we do is super specialized. When I first came in here, I was like, but you don't understand, our business is different. I know you guys have all heard this, right? You don't understand, our business is different. This is so specialized. There's so much training that needs to go into this. And I never in a million years thought that I could get people to like sell homes right away that hadn't been here for a year going through intensive training. And the interesting part of it is we just hired a couple of people who have never done this, don't know what they're doing, plugged them into the system. One of them did 1.5 million in sales his first 30 days, which is just nuts. And he's never done this before. The other one was like 1.2 million in 30 days. And we've sold with tons of brand new people. By the way, while I was out of town in Alaska for 2 weeks, we sold in 60 days, we sold 46 houses. So kind of crazy with all brand new people.
And then the scripting we have going on, starting this week, I think you guys are bringing by workstations.
Yep.
And then we'll hire 2 people that'll work in this building, but just calling just for you, for your leads all the time.
Yep.
And the scripting, can you explain how the scripting has fixed things too? 'Cause now there's a script for everything.
Yeah, so that was the part about like them having to be like so proficient in what we do. I thought they needed to know everything about the entire company and all the massive amounts of data and charts and stuff we have. But interestingly, if I just give them 4 things they need to talk about in each home on a 1 sheet, and then what we call the path, which explains how to buy a home, and I literally make them read the bullet points while pointing to each bullet point on this chart, the customer completely understands how to buy a home from us. And then we created what we call the John Kelly method of pricing out the customer, thanks to John, kudos, for the pricing out of the home, which was like the most complicated part because you needed to know everything about how a home is built. Well, you no longer do. It's just literally a PowerPoint where they read what's on every slide as they go through this slideshow. And it literally asks them the question, do you want this or this? This is how this works. Do you want this or this? And they don't need to know anything.
3 years ago, before we met, what were the sales for the year? Because you'd already sold $800 million of houses before.
Yeah, that year, I want to say we were at 36 million.
And what are we at right now so far?
Today we are at 62 million.
And then we're going to end the year, unless we suck.
I think we'll be at 80 million this year. By the end of the
Now,
year.
one thought for you: when you sell a house, you make a profit of about 6%. The company makes.
That's net after all expenses. Although that number is up, we're probably going to be at about 8.5% this year.
So if a house is $300,000, the average house, and the profit was 10%, which is not, that would be $30,000. So it's 8%, it'd be $24,000. So $24,000 of profit per house you sell.
Yep.
And then I make $2,000 per month. That's what I charge you.
Yep.
Or $1,700.
We are $2,500.
Okay, because you're exclusive for houses.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
okay. So he pays $2,500.
Yep.
So if he sells one house, he paid for me for the year.
Yep.
And you usually sell a house a week, which means I pay for myself for the year every week.
I'm pretty sure out of the extra 8.2 million this year, we can afford you.
Which is why I have the Yeezys.
I did the math. I had our accounting department look at that real close.
Aaron's going to be auto shipping us all Yeezys. It's a statement of faith.
Yeah.
But no, anybody have any questions for Aaron? Because Shaw, this is an example of what the relationship should look like after 3 years. Does anybody have any questions for a real life win?
I have a question.
Yeah.
So for you coming in with the mindset of we're unique, we're different, how was it? What did Clay do? How did he get you to think differently about your business?
He mocked me with humor, and repeatedly, over and over again, and told me different stories of other examples from other industries, and I definitely had a pain threshold there that I was willing to at least look at it. I think I believed half of what he told me at the beginning and thought, prove it to me on the other half. And so as I started to get wins in certain areas, like the Google review thing really gave us wins, and then the no-brainer gave us a bunch of wins, and we started getting a lot more leads coming in. So that credibility lended itself to going, okay, maybe he's right about some of this other stuff too. So I started like trying other parts of it. Like I remember the first time I did the group interview, I was shocked at how much time it saved me. And so
literally it's like 50 hours of time saved.
Yes.
Maybe even more than that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I mean, it's terrible. I mean, just so you guys know, if you are Aaron and you didn't have a group interview, you'd have to go through and read all the resumes and then guess who's lying and who's not based upon penmanship or the college they went to or how they formatted it or whatever. And then you'd have to interview the people. And then you'd have, I mean, it's just terrible.
I can also remember like some meetings sitting in, and it was like the 4th or 5th time he had told me the same thing, but just in a slightly different way, always with humor, because if you're going to be honest, you got to be funny.
You look at Bible verses.
Yep.
And you and I have seen this before. We've been to church long enough to see this, but there are pastors in America today who advocate that money is bad because it's the root of all evil. I'm sure you've all heard that argument. Aaron, have you heard this argument?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure you've heard pastors paraphrase parts of Scripture that explain that you should basically be poor because of money is bad. I'm sure you've heard this.
Yeah.
But if anybody here would actually read the context of it, you'd understand that the love of money overall is bad. But just money in and of itself is just a thing. It's not bad or good. But anyway, like, so when you guys are citing things, most marketing companies in Tulsa either A, do not cite things, or they cite emotional arguments.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be like this. If you're dealing with most marketing companies in Tulsa, they would say, asking for reviews doesn't work. And furthermore, you can't ask in the home. Because if you ask them in the home, it's going to show up as a review from the same IP address, and then the reviews won't count. And so really what we want to do is make this app for you. And this app called Pilot, what's it called? Pilot? Trustpilot. What's another one? Just like, and it's going to text people or email them and ask them how their experience was, and then they'll leave a review that way. And so when I'm telling my client, you have to get reviews in the home right then, boom, 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 it is flying in the face of every other marketing firm in Tulsa. Everybody else is saying the opposite of what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Your employees are saying the opposite of what I'm saying. Articles online that are written by randos who have blogs are also saying so.
And then I had a couple that thought you were nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if I didn't cite it, there's zero hope.
Yeah.
You can't just go in there and say things. And you cannot not be funny. Like, not being funny is a really bad thing.
Yep.
You have to be very honest with people.
Yeah, I mean, you had some painful conversations with me through the process. You know, I mean, probably out of the first 20 times we met, I only cried like 8 times. So, but during those painful conversations, when you mix it with humor, made it a little bit easier to palate. So, and then it was logical argument too. So I would go home and like think through the logic of what you mentioned, and then think about the cited stuff.
But false logic is what other marketing firms use. I want to make sure you understand. You can't just say, well, a 9 out of 10 business owners are using Trustpilot to get reviews. Like, you can't. That's not that's false logic. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, they are, which is why they're wrong. Or you can't say that 9 out of 10 business owners think that a group interview is unethical and it doesn't work. Yeah, that's also false logic. Of course they don't, because they're wrong. And so it's almost like, and I told you the other day, Nick, I said, if everybody says something, I always then go the opposite of what they think is true. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
And so we have to teach these clients this stuff, and you got to cite it, otherwise they won't. I'm just telling you, because other marketing firms are teaching false logic, which is 9 out of 10 people say you shouldn't use the script because you don't want to make your employees feel like robots. Well, that's great. That is a great stat. You know, but you shouldn't be asking your employees if they want to feel like robots or not. That's a false question. So any other questions for Aaron? Because Aaron's been out down the path, down the system for years now and doing a great job. And I think next year, if Trump wins, I think you'll do $100 million of sales. If he loses, I think you'll probably do 80 again. Yep. We'll see. But, I mean, do you agree with that?
I would agree with that, but I'll say either way, we're doing $100 million next year.
Okay, any other questions for Aaron?
Yeah, I have a question about the sales scripting process and also the John Kelly method process.
Yeah.
When you go to do that project to work on your business, was that harder than you thought it was going to be initially? Like, once you'd been through the
I wouldn't say it was harder. I mean, the one thing, the phrase, first you nail it, then you scale it. Like, I already had all the information in my brain. It was more of a thing of, like, putting it all down on paper. And it really helped, like, having John live to talk to, because he had just been through our old process. And so he was like, I can't picture what you're talking about. You're trying to describe to me what crown molding on top of these windows looks like, and I don't have a picture in front of me. I can't see it. So it was a delegation of getting all these photos brought together. But then literally what Clay said is write down exactly what you would say, and then make them say what you would say, but you have it all written down. And so that part was pretty easy, although it took a little bit of time. The content was easy, and I think for most people, if they're like, they come from the place of being a technician in their business and now they're trying to be the business owner, they should be able to take that technician information and just translate it down. You might need to be the person who kind of steers the ship a little bit if they do kind of not know how to, like, communicate well or something.
I had one more thought that let me know that Aaron was on the right track. He now hates website edits the way I do.
Yes.
Because we realize it's stupid things that don't actually help.
I do.
So we do as few as possible. We have to, because you have inventory, you have to update it. But, I mean, most clients want to do endless website edits. And we got to a place where I think you and I had a conversation. I don't remember what meeting it was, but I said something like, Aaron, I want your website to be able to do this, that, and this. I want us to be able to have an app that does online sales where people can go online and pick their own crap. I want this to happen, but it's not canonically compliant, so your site won't rank high if we do those things. So we can make the site look really great, but no one would find it, if that makes sense. So we're going to make it look as good as it can while sticking within the guidelines of Google. But there was a time where I could tell, you can tell when the relationship's good or not when the client starts to disdain website edits, because they recognize it as not being a profitable activity.
Well, and I also started to realize it actually really doesn't matter that much what your website looks like. It just matters if it gets found. I mean, and then what your no-brainer is. Like, those are the things
And you put
that
Lucky
really
Orange
matter.
on your site. Where do people spend their time on your site?
They only go to, we had all these different things they could go do, and we found out of like the 10 things they could do, they only looked at move-in ready available homes and the photo gallery, and that was it. They didn't go anywhere else. And they never went below the fold, ever.
Never scroll down.
Never scroll down.
Biggest home builder in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
There it is. Any other questions?
We
for Aaron?
had tons of content below the fold. Oh, God. So much good stuff that nobody ever saw.
Any other
It
questions?
was
for
awesome.
Aaron? Anybody? No? Well, Aaron, big win. Okay, I feel like somebody out there is starting to think to themselves, you know what, maybe this system does work, but what if I own a clinical medical research company and I'm based in New Orleans? Will it actually work for me? Well, it actually will work for you. But again, nothing works unless you do. You have to actually book your tickets right now to our in-person Thrive Time Show workshop. Book it right now for our December event. We have 73 tickets remaining as of the time of this recording.
My name is Tyler Hastings, and this is my wife, Rachel, and our company is Delricht Research out of New Orleans. During our time working with Thrive, we've had numerous successes. When we first started, we were working with one physician. We had one research site, and we were seeing on average, between 10 and 15 patients a week. Since working with Thrive in the last 18 months, we now have 4 research sites. We work with over 5 physicians, and on average, we're now seeing over 60 patients per week. Recently, we've been the top enroller worldwide in 7 studies, which is just incredible considering where we were 2 years ago, 18 months ago.
Thrive really differs from the other conferences that we've been to and the other kind of programs that we've been through because they actually really practice what they preach and they implement the same systems and the processes that they teach you about, and they give you real life examples that have really worked for them and show you with the training how to implement that yourself. For example, Tyler and I actually got the opportunity to come out to Tulsa, and we're fortunate enough that the Thrive team took us out to some of the businesses that they own, and we really got to see in real life, real time, some of the systems and processes, and it was just incredible. A real life example of some of the businesses and the things that they're implementing.
Having a coach is important to us. They act as not only an accountability factor, but they're someone we can talk to on a daily basis as we go through the problems of running a business that inevitably come up. They always understand what we're going through, and they're always there to help us or guide us through the problems that we experience. The best part of our experience working with Thrive has just been seeing our relationship grow. So at each step as our business grows, they have something else to provide us with. They've got the resources, whether it be marketing, graphic design, website development, or even into accounting practices. Maybe we need a new insurance policy. They have someone they can connect us with, or they have the direct resource we need to speak with for any of the problems we face. If someone's thinking about signing up for the coaching program, I would highly recommend that they call in for a free 30-minute coaching session and see exactly what the team can do for you. Just speak with someone, let them know what you're going through, and I think you'll find that, regardless of what you need, there's someone there that can help you.
I don't know what it is, but I feel as though there is somebody out there who owns an automotive repair shop, and you are on the verge of attending an in-person Thrive Time Show workshop, but you need to hear a testimonial from somebody in the automotive repair shop industry who has benefited from attending our in-person workshops. And so, now without any further ado, here you go.
Hi, my name is Christina Nemes. I'm the owner and operator of Angel's Touch Auto Body and Detailing in Bourne, Massachusetts. We have been working with Thrive and their coaching for, say, 8 to 9 months, and it took us about 5 to 6 months to get on the top of Google, and with their help with the website and marketing, and the SEO and retargeting ads with Google, and it has been phenomenal. We just have light and day business coming in, phone calls coming in, walk-ins, referrals. It's just through the roof, and we couldn't be happier. At the moment, we are up 50% this year from the previous year, and not only is that part of our own hard work and diligence, but also with the help of Thrive and what they've done for us and getting us on the top of Google and all their knowledge and coaching. So super grateful, super pumped to see what the future holds for all of us. Thank you.
And I still sense that there is somebody out there in the real estate industry who is thinking about attending an in-person Thrive Time Show workshop, but has been putting it off for a few months. And so, without any further ado, here's a testimonial from a Thriver out there just like you, who we've helped to grow from a startup to a very successful entrepreneur.
My name is Danielle Sprick, and I am the founder of D Sprick Realty Group here in Tulsa, Oklahoma. After being a stay-at-home mom for 12 years and my 3 kids started school and they were in school full-time, I was at a crossroads and trying to decide what do I want to do? My degree and my background is in education, but after being a mom and staying home and all of that, I just didn't have a passion for it like I once did. My husband suggested real estate. He's a home builder, so real estate and home building go hand in hand, and we just rolled with it. I love people, I love working with people, I love the building relationships, but one thing that was really difficult for me was the business side of things. The processes and the advertising and marketing. I knew that I did not have what I needed to make that what it should be. So I reached out to Clay at that time, and he and his team have been extremely instrumental in helping us build our brand, help market our business, our agents, the homes that we represent. Everything that we do is a direct line from Clay and his team and all that they've done for us. We launched our brokerage, our real estate brokerage, 8 months ago. And in that time, we've gone from myself and one other agent to just this week, we signed on our 16th agent. We have been blessed with the fact that we right now have just over 10 million in pending transactions. 3 years ago, I never would have even imagined that I would be in this role that I'm in today, building a business, having 16 agents. But I have to give credit where credit's due. And Clay and his team and the business coaching that they've offered us has been huge. It's been instrumental in what we're doing. Don't ever limit your vision. When you dream big, big things happen.
If you are out there today and you have $37 available in your bank account, if your net worth is worth $37, just leave a review on iTunes. Subscribe to the podcast, leave a review on iTunes, leave a review, send us a screenshot of the review that you left on iTunes, or you can leave us a review on the Thrive Time Show Google Map and book your tickets to the in-person Thrive Time Show workshop. I get it. I know what it's like to grow up without money, but you can make it happen. Book your tickets today on thrivetimeshow.com. That's thrivetimeshow.com. Click the conferences button on the thrivetimeshow.com website and book your tickets today.